Alright, let's see what kind of problems we came across on last night's homework. I know normally we'd write up on the board, but is there any that you, yes?
12.
Number 12. We have a bar here. Worksheet real quick. Number 12. Negative 16 plus the quotient of a number and negative 4 is negative 3. Okay. So I'm going to feed all the way through here. Let's get to the very back. So number 12. So you have negative 16 plus the quotient of a number and negative 4 is negative 3. Okay, so is in math is their equal sign. So negative 16 plus, there's our plus sign. Quotient means we're going to divide a number, so we have to make it a variable x or whatever you'd like. And then if we solve that, so that's 16, those cancel, that's x over negative 4 is equal to positive 13 multiplied by negative 4. So x is equal to negative 52. Is that one of the answers up there? Yep. Letter T. It was exhausted. Oh, that's a horrible answer. Yes.
Number 7.
So, Jay, do you have any you need to go over? Do you have any you need to go over? You know, whole years.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'll give it back to you in a second. Here it comes. 19W minus. There you go. Thank you for allowing me to borrow that. It does appear we have like terms. I can combine this and this together, and that's going to give me 13W. And then we're going to subtract 13, it'll be equal to negative 39. And then I could add 13, oops, I forgot to make my line. Add 13 on both sides. 13W, is it negative 26?
Yeah.
Cool. Divided by 13, so it looks like negative 2, right? Yeah.
11.
11. Is that a word problem? 11. Let's see what this is here. Alright, the difference of 6 times a number and 7. So the difference of 6 times number and 7 is equal to negative 49. Let's go. Oh, made a yellow equal sign, sorry. Add 7. So 6x is equal to, is that negative 42 divided by 6. So that would give us x equals negative 7. Anything else? Yeah. 4. Number 4. B plus 7 over 4 equals 9. So I have the whole, B plus 7 is the whole numerator. It's in the whole top of the denominator. So the first thing I have to do is multiply each side times 4. So I get B plus 7 is equal to 36. Subtract 7. So I get B equals 29. Anything else? Going once, going twice? We're good? No coach? Probably coach, man.
No, I'm talking about something else.
Alright. Alright, buddy. Let's see. And I need everyone in here had taken the summer packet quiz.
Yeah.
Yes. You did?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, he scared me. I put a grade in. I was like, really? Hang on, we'll figure it out real quick. What was your first name again? I'm sorry.
Brandon.
So what we're going to do is we have a few things that we can take care of. I will get those back to you by the end of the period. You can take them home, see how you did. Some were really good, and some weren't where they should be. So we're gonna, those who didn't do so well on it, we're gonna keep an eye on you because you might be in the wrong math class. In the next couple of weeks, we might move you math classes. Okay. Now, on the opposite end of the agenda, that was worth 39 points. It's in the grade book right now, but it's not in the grade book counting for or against your grade. And I know you guys and girls can't see your grades yet because it's is it today? Cool. Cool. So regardless, if you open it up, I don't know if you'll be able to see them or not, the grade that how it impacts, but it's not impacting your grade yet. I am going to give you a part 2 of that quiz to take home over the weekend. Take it home, work on it, get it done, bring it back on Monday, and I'll just collect it first thing Monday, and you can earn up to 11.5 points or up to your score, but your score can't go over 39. So if you're the kid who got a 38 out of 39, if you want to spend the weekend working on this thing, which this second part of this quiz, you can, but you can only earn 1 point. But if you earn, let's say you got a 25 on it, so that's 14 more points to get to the 39, you can earn 11.5, so that 25 would turn into a 36.5, which is a really good grade. So it will improve your grade if you choose to do it. It's not mandatory, but I'm not going to hand that out yet, nor am I going to hand those quizzes out. So next, so what I need you to do is please pass forward your homework. It can just be the front page. If you have everything already stapled, great, but if you don't, you can just hand forward the front page. Make sure your name is on it. You never have to ask. You just take care of your business. Nope, the other packet was your notes. Oh. You're going to hang on to those forever and ever and ever. All right, so this is our next page of notes that will help you go along with the lecture. And if you choose, again, if you choose to hold on to them forever and ever, awesome. If you don't, you know, that's kind of your prerogative. Okay, so let me scroll back up to the top screen. All right, so solving linear equations with variables on both sides. Both sides of what? Yeah.
Both sides of the equation.
Both sides of the equation. Yeah, you have an equal sign that separates it, yes? All right, so if we warm up, let's talk me through it. First thing, I'm going to put my dotted lines on all of these. So first problem, what do you think I should do? Shout it out. Subtract 7, I'll take it. So I get negative 2 is equal to negative 2x. And then last step would be divide by negative 2 to get the x by itself. Negative over negative is positive, so I get 1 is equal to x. Of course, you could put it as x equals 1 if you'd like to. Doesn't matter. Second problem. What should I do? Subtract 2. So that's going to give me 4y, those cancel, equals, is that 1? And then what do I do with the 4 in front of the y? Divide by 4. Y equals 1/4. Is it okay to leave it as 1/4? Sure. I don't know if this is, I can't mess with this. All right. This is the one that kind of gets students sometimes. The z minus 2 is an entire numerator. What should I do first on this problem? Yeah.
Don't you times the 6?
Yeah, you multiply by the 6 first. Okay? So that undoes that, and that frees up the numerator. Z minus 2 is equal to negative 18. At that point, then you add the 2. I heard that back there. Might have been just ahead of us a little bit. There you go. So is there any questions about how those problems work? I think number 3 is the most complex one. Of course, we'll see it over and over and over again, make sure we can work it. If it's not making sense, talk to me. Let's start figuring out what we can do to help you out. Okay, so to solve an equation, our goal is to solve for x. Get the variable. Solve the variable. The variable is just a fancy word for x or y or z or j or k or smiley face. Okay? Okay, so one thing you have to realize is this is like a balance. Okay, if you put something on one side, you have to do it to the other side as well to keep it still equal. Okay? I know that unfortunately society has dictated some of the play structures that you got to play on as kids. When I was a kid, there was something called a teeter-totter, which basically was a plank of wood with a handle on each side, and you had something in the middle. They called it a fulcrum, but it was just a bar that was up off the ground. And if you were about equal weight, you could go up and down. Now, if you weren't equal weight, like a really fun thing to do is when the person was way up high, you jumped off real quick, and they'd come slam to the ground because you became an unequal weight. Unfortunately, I'm sure some kid got hurt, and then they decided they're dangerous for parks, and kids get hurt, and they removed them all. So now you guys are safer, so that's awesome. So teeter-totter. So again, this is the equal sign. So what you do to one side, you do to the other. So we're going to start focusing on what to do and how to work these when you have something on both sides. Okay? So let's take a look at this first problem. Does everyone agree that there's an x value on the left side and on the right side? Does everyone agree that there is a numeric value that's not attached to a letter on both the left and the right side? So that's as clear as mud. Do you agree? Okay? So we have to start choosing what we want to do. We want to somehow manipulate this around, play around with it, so we can get the letter on the other side. So anyone want to take a shot at where we should go? Go ahead.
You can subtract 6x.
Okay, I'll go with that. Subtract 6x. Now some of you are sitting there going, well, you could subtract 3, you could have subtracted 8x, or you could add a 21. You're absolutely right. But we have to start someplace. So that's a good start. So these cancel. That leaves 3 over here. That gives me 2x over here, and then the minus 21. Agreed? Now this looks very much similar to the problems we've been working on. Do you agree?
Yes. Yeah.
So I want to get x all by itself, so I should do what is my next step?
Add 21.
Yeah.
So you get it to even number, so you divide by 6.
There you go, I like it. Add 21. This becomes 24 is equal to 2x. Last step.
Divide 24 by 7.
So x equals 12, or 12 equals x, or x equals 12. Cool. Okay. So sometimes you just have to start someplace. Start to see if you can move something over to make it a little less of a problem. In this case, we started by moving the 6x over, but it doesn't always have to be that way. What about number 2? I have a d on both sides, but on this one I only have a 4. So what do you think we should do? Go ahead.
Minus the d.
Okay.
Over to the other side.
Subtract, oops, I better do this. Subtract D, subtract D. So negative 6D minus 7, or minus D is minus 7D. And that's going to be equal to 4. Agree?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to divide each side by the negative 7. So I wind up with an answer of D equals negative 4 over 7. Okay, notice I moved the negative up. It's okay to move it up.
Doesn't matter, right?
No, if you choose to keep it down below, you're fine. But it's better practice to start moving it up, but you're not incorrect. I will never mark you wrong. Yeah.
What happens if you do a plus? What if you add 6 to both sides?
Add 6D to both sides. So let's see what was going to happen there. So if I added the 6D, if I want plus 6D, so that's going to give me 0 on one side, and I get 7D plus 4, right? And then you probably have to subtract 4, so then you get negative 4 equals 7D, which then that would then allow that still. So it's still going to work.
Okay.
Good call. Great that you see that. What else we got? Am I going too fast, or are we okay? Number 3, what do you think? Where should we start? A good starting point. I have m minus 5 on one side, and I have 3m on the other side. So should I add 5? Should I subtract m, or should I subtract 3m? I don't know, we need to start getting the letters along, so I think, yeah, go ahead.
Subtracting m.
Yeah, I'll go with that. So I'm going to subtract m from both sides. And again, if you started in a different spot, it doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just, it'll still work out as you work through it. And then we're at that point, so we would need to divide each side by 2. So we find that our answer, so to keep the math people happy, we'll switch it around a little bit, but that works. Should I change it to 2.5? If you want to. Should you change it to negative 2.5? I wouldn't recommend it. I think leave it in its improper fraction. Just make sure it's reduced. And 5 over 2 is indeed reduced. Number 4. Number 4. I have 7k minus 4 on one side and 5k minus or plus 16 on the other side. What do you think?
Could you add like terms?
What do you have like terms for?
Like minus 4 and oh wait.
So like terms would happen on the same side. But I like your thinking. What do we got? Michael,
Maybe you could like subtract this 7.
you want to subtract the 7k?
Sure.
Okay. Now just because he's choosing that way doesn't mean your way is incorrect. So that looks like this. That's an okay way to start. I like it. It's going to get there. It's going to be the same answer regardless of what you chose. Go ahead.
Subtract the 16 to the
Perfect. Nice job. Subtracting the 16, so I get negative 20 is equal to negative 2k. And last step, go ahead.
negative 2k. Well, you divide the negative 2 and then
Divide the negative 2.
10.
And we'll keep the math.
Positive 10.
Perfect. And we'll keep the math people happy by doing a little flip-flop at the end. That's it. So that happens when you have a variable on both sides. So there is a starting point. Okay? Is your starting point going to be the exact same as the person next to you? It might not be. But you'll both come up with the same answer, which is pretty cool. Okay? Last 2 problems to work on. Why don't you try them? 6 is going to be a little different because that number 6 does have a like term on it. But you're done with number 5, take a look up there. Did I do it different than you a little bit? If I did our answers come up to the same thing? Cool. And a little hint on this one, 7m minus m is going to give me 6m right there. And then see what happens when you work this out.
So, but on these, like, let's say I have 2 different variables, could you just keep, so you could either leave one alone on either side, it doesn't matter.
So if you want to have an x and a y type of thing,
Yeah, if like you have an A on both sides.
we're gonna get to that. That's you're good forward thinking on that. I like that. So yeah, you basically was leave one alone. You can't add x's and y's together or subtract them. You can multiply them together. So x times y is xy, but x plus y is x plus y. Anyone see anything kind of silly that took place on this one? I added like terms, and what happened? Yeah.
There's no solution.
Whoa, no solution. Move big words in here already. All right, let's see why there is no solution. So subtract 6m from both sides, and we have just discovered that -5 is equal to 7. Why? We figured out a mystery of math. No, that's nonsense. We all know -5 is not equal to 7. So the answer to this is indeed no solution. Awesome. What do you think? Is it impossible? I hope not. Somebody have their book I can take a look at. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I'm going to give you some time to work on some things. So your assignment for tonight, there's a few things. So you're gonna pages 3 and 4. So the numbers at the bottom, and it looks like numbers 1 through. I'm giving you a lot of time to work on this in class, so it's right where it says 1 through 21. Okay. While you're working on that, I will start passing back your summer quiz. Look at it, see how you did. I will then give the summer quiz out to you, part 2, and that's what you need to work on over the weekend.
Isn't that optional?
It is indeed optional. If you look at, if I give you your summer quiz back and you're like, sweet, I got a 37 out of 39, I don't need to know if I need to fight for 2 points.
So if you follow the test,
If you didn't do so hot on the test, I think this will get it. So by this, what will happen is if you choose to do this, this will add up to, if you have everything correct, you got 100% on it, it will add up to 11.5 points to your summer quiz. Is that right? Does that make sense? So for now, I want you to start working on this, please. Before we have anyone who's disgruntled saying, well, you said it's homework. You're correct. I'm giving you class time to start it, so you're expected to start it. And then let me freeze this. And question.